One of my favorite pens is the Pelikan 140. The pen you see right here. I've got 5 different versions of the pen. They all look pretty much the same, but they are from different times. They were introduced in 1952, and the first ones, like this one on the left hand side, have a different cap ring. You can see it's slightly smaller, and it only says Pelikan 140, and this one is from the same time. I hope the magnifying glass will help us. And this newer model says Pelikan 140 in Germany on these 3 pens. You can see the clip was changed just a little bit too. You can see the old style is a little bit wider, and this part of the pen, actually the nose of the peak of a pelican, this line is a little bit longer. It ends on these newer pens right here, and it goes down till here on the old style. And you can see, if you see the clip from the side, that this part of the clip is a little bit longer than on this part is a little bit longer. And one difference too is we keep these old pens on the left hand side. I hope it goes over on the camera. The old style doesn't have the Pelikan emblem engraved into the cap, into the upper part of the cap. One specialty is the oldest one have the name Pelikan and Wagner engraved into the barrel, but only in this case. The engraving on the nib is different too. This is the oldest one. I hope this works. This one only says Pelikan. Later it was changed into a more elaborate engraving. I hope. Let me see. Let me control that on the camera. Can you do? This is the typical engraving on a Pelikan. If you compare it, this is the 140. They had a little bit larger model of the same time, the 400. It's pretty much the same, only it ends here, not as rounded as on the 140, and the clip is a little bit different. It's fastened in a little bit different way. Yeah, it's a shame. These pens were made only till 1965. If you think of similar things from the same times, like a Gibson Les Paul or a Fender Stratocaster, they are still made in the same way. The Pelikan 400 was later reintroduced by Pelikan. This is This is the typical pen of the 50s if you compare it to a Mont Blanc or a Monte Rosa of the same time, the simple Mont Blanc pens. All of these are 342s, and this is a Monte Rosa. You can see this different cap band is from, this is a 042 from Monte Rosa, but made by Mont Blanc. This is nearly exactly the same pen. Actually, you can put the cap of a the cap of a Mont Blanc fits right onto a Pelikan. This is the typical pen of the 50s. Small and nothing spectacular, but it works fantastic. We start with the oldest one, and one difference is the way the nib is fastened to the barrel. We tried, I can't remember exactly. Let's take a little bit of paper here. I can't remember exactly. Let's see. This, okay, this, in this case, the nib screws into the pen. This is number one. This is the old style. We go to the next one from the early 50s too. You can see without the engraving over there, and we test the attachment of the nib, and this one is only held by friction, as you can see. This is pretty easy to pull out. If you compare this to a Mont Blanc pen, it's nearly impossible to do this operation on a Mont Blanc pen. The nib fits much tighter into the body of the pen. Now, one of the newer type of pens. Let me try these. I would say these are from the 50s, and these are from the 60s. They work fantastic. The only thing is the celluloid of the barrel in this part takes on a little bit of the ink. Now let's try how this. Again, this nib is only friction fastened, very easy to adjust. And we try the next pen. Oh, this works a little bit harder, but as you can see, the feet and the nib exactly in the same way. Let me try the last one too, if this one is. Again, all of it's only the earliest pen of the 50s with the differently engraved nib that has a screwed in nib and ink feed. As I said, all of these pens work fantastically. I never came across a pen with any problems in the mechanism. This is fantastic. and as you can see, works pretty good. And the nibs are, as you can see, the nib is flexible. Let's try the next pen. I don't know if it is. It's inked. Oh, not. Similar. It's a similar nib which reacts nicely to the pressure of writing. Let's try this one. No, but I will dip it in. I didn't use, I don't know when I did use them, but you can see without pressure and with pressure, all of these nibs are fantastic. And by the way, all of them are 14 karat gold nibs. They did make a little bit cheaper model, the 100, as you can see, fantastic. All of them react beautifully to the pressure of writing. It's a pen that is in this quality is difficult to find these days, as you can see. This one has a wider nib, but you can see how well it reacts to the pressure of writing. As you can see, these pens are small. They were not very expensive in that time. They are something like 55 or 50 years old, work as if they were new. As you can see, the gilding has rubbed off a little bit, but as you can see, they changed it. For example, the gilding of the cap ring, they changed it to a better alloy. As you can see, only these ones from the early 50s have discolored. The Pelikan 140, this same pen, but with the barrel in green, not in this type of celluloid green, but in this unique color green, is the Pelikan 120, and it was the pen for school. And you can see the Pelikan 400 is pretty similar. Let me see if I didn't try it, but as you can see, the cap of a Pelikan 400 fits onto a 140 and vice versa. It's pretty much the same pen, just the little bit more expensive version of the 50s, and they were made at exactly the same time at the Pelikan factory in Hanover in Germany. Yeah, what a pity that these 140s don't share a similar history like the Fender Stratocaster or Gibson Les Paul. They were designed fantastically, still work. You can't make a better pen than this one. Okay.